The whole AI conversation is happening now.
It's happening now. Okay. All
So,
right.
we were talking and you brought up such a good point and you said, it's about AI and how you use it. And then we started talking about conditioning for some age groups, generations. It could even be lifestyle, how you work. I don't want to put it all into age group because I think this is a complex society, right? But at the end of the day, the question is, what's your conditioning on the use of AI and or really just that? What's your conditioning on the use of AI? Like you brought up a good point, Joyce. You talked about, realizing I don't have to do everything because we have AI.
Right. And the thing I think for me, I think about it after the fact. Like I'm thinking, oh, I need to write a post. I need to write an email. And someone else will remind me, well, Joyce, just put a good prompt in and let it write it. And then I think it's the whole thing for some people of, well, it's not me. I didn't write it. Is this am I plagiarizing? And I think it's our conditioning. It's, do we use it and then read through it and say, well, let me change it up here or there. But I know like with the more expensive AI packages, if you're paying for it, you can make it have your voice where you don't even have to do that, and I think that's the thing. Some people are feeling like, well, that's not authentic. Am I cheating because I didn't spend the time? I really would like to know, those who are watching this, especially our younger viewers, let us know, how often do you use AI? Like, what do you use it for? And how often is it 80% of your time, 90% of your time? And people that are my age, I'm in my 60s. So I think about it second. Like I go to Google first, and then I think, oh, wait, ChatGPT might have given me a different or a better or more full answer. Or if Google takes too long, I'm over to ChatGPT. But I'm realizing Google's not my first. But I'm wondering how that is. How is that for you? What do you do? What do you do?
I'm 100% with your conditioning. I'm knocking on 60K. I'm at the door. So I totally agree with you that it's not my first thought. I will say that I have actually written things and then put it into Chat GPT and kind of enhanced it from there, right? So I write it, put it in there, see what it says with what I said. And then I actually use that to enhance what I had to say. That's worked for me. And I think I feel better aligned. Like, hey, you know what? I actually wrote it. I just use a couple extra words here and there. The other piece of it is I always go to Google first. I'm conditioned that way, right? I do. It's so interesting. So our question is, literally, Joyce asked it, but are there people watching this that literally always go to Chat GPT first, or whatever your AI source is? I know there are several of them. I think there's a proximity or propensity out there. That's another AI source, because Chat GPT just takes you to 2021, which I did not know. So if you want, yeah, right.
Thank you for sharing that with me. Did not know.
I think everyone really should know that ChatGPT is up into, I want to say, September of 2021. So we're in September of 2023, and literally that's 2 years, and an important 2 years, because we were mid-pandemic to wherever we are now with the pandemic.
Wow.
So
that's amazing.
yeah.
That's blown me. Just okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll get the name of the source that actually is more of a real-time AI resource.
Okay.
Drop it in the comments. But we would love to hear from you. I think my AI experience, I'm an AI enthusiast. I'm not a first adopter of anything, but once I start to see the benefit, I'm like, yeah, I got to lean on that. I got to come in, right? So I think I don't need to spend years to see it. At some point in the early phase, and I'll call it a couple of years, because AI has been around a long time, but I think it's now, kind of raising its head. Yeah. But in the first couple of years, I'm like, yeah, let's move over here. So yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I am too. I love what you said about writing it yourself and then putting it in. Again, it's because I think for me, I'm not conditioned to think about using it well and using it as best I could. I think about it after the fact. And that's after wasted time or not. And it's not a waste, but it's how I could have used the time more wisely. And so this is juicy. This is really awesome. I'm hoping that people do let us know, how are you using it? How often are you using it? Like, if of the times that you go to Google or Google things, as the times you go to look for things, are you going somewhere else first? Are you going AI first? Do you even use AI? And if you don't mind, if we don't know you, let us know what age bracket you're in or which, category. Because I have a feeling our younger people probably use AI more than the people in our age groups. Because I realize some people in my age group don't even know what AI is. I think now they do, but like 2 or 3, 4 months ago, Chat GPT was not. Actually, I was on a meeting Saturday and people were like, Chat GPT, what's that? And I was like, you don't know what that is? It's like, you know what the internet is? You know what Facebook is? But it's going to be like that soon, where everybody will know. It's changing the face of things, changing it.
Same thing as people knowing Google, same thing is it's always, the only thing constant in life is change, literally.
Exactly.
Things will continue to evolve. You'll decide to get on or not. If you don't, you may look back and go, I should have gotten on so I could have learned the foundation of it. I think learning of the foundation is the big deal.
Yes.
And so whether you use it or not, if you are out here thinking about it, try it out so you understand the foundation of it, because as it evolves, it'll be important that you kind of expanded your brain muscle to understand where it came from. And then otherwise you're trying to get on the freeway, with no on-ramp.
Yes. And I think that's so important for business owners. We have to keep learning that, that's one of Dr. George Fraser. I so appreciate the nuggets that he drops. He reads, I think, a book a week. And so, but it's about knowledge. We should always be learning, and we shouldn't say, I'm not doing that. That's shutting yourself down. That's shutting yourself off, because someone in your industry is doing it. And looking to do it better. And I believe God is always, like you said, the only thing constant is change. So, absolutely. And I will say, for people who don't know what BARD is, BARD, I will say I haven't used it. I heard about that on Saturday, and I'm going to start looking at that too. We have to just continue to learn. Yeah. It really doesn't cost us anything nowadays, because it's on Chat GPT or AI. You can learn it for free. We were talking about writing curriculum and all that stuff. Free YouTube.
Yes.
Free. There's free information out there. If you have Wi-Fi, if you have the internet, the world is your oyster.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say, for me, and maybe this is for me personally, but even just the learning, it inspires you, right? So I learned something and I might not use it, like, what I learned to get my college degree, I'm not using now. It was the ability to use my brain muscle and to know that I can learn and to be inspired, and to know that I read something that maybe I'll never use, but it inspires me to think about something else. So that's we do most of what we do, is just to keep getting inspired and getting up and being excited about what you do. Yeah. And
you never know, you might be on Jeopardy one day, or Wheel of Fortune, or you'll be playing a fun game with your family, and you'll have that little piece of tidbit that you read. Like, how does she know that? I read one day. AI told me. You never know.
100%. You never know. Someone in the streets, like, I'll give you $1 million if you know the answer to the question, right?
Or you're stopped on the street for cash cab.
Exactly. Any of that.
You got you the answer.
I actually know this answer. Right. This has been so much fun. All right. We're going to sign off so that you can go. I'm Cheryl Parks. I'm also known as the sales growth coach around these internet streets. I basically teach people to have confidence, competence, and build strong relationships so they can build the business that they dreamed of without feeling that salesy, pushy, scripted part.
I'm Joyce Chesley Hayward. My company is Fusion for Business, and we are CFOs, external CPAs, and we help businesses to love their business and love their life because they are profitable, because we are profit maximizers. We believe in profit freedom because we want you to have profit and have freedom in your life. And that happens to be the name of my book. So this has been awesome. Thank you, Cheryl.
Always. Thank you. We'll talk again.
You and I, unscripted and intentional.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Bye.